pick? Just been thanking God, that I'm finally here. The process is over with. I can finally know what team I'm going to. Just been enjoying it every hour of the day, with my family.
When did this become a realistic goal for you?
I'll probably say after my freshman year, when I started playing my freshman year, and then the new coaching staff came in, and I had, a great sophomore year. The dream started coming, more and more into reality that it was actually possible to get here.
The player comparisons for you are pretty impressive, whether it's Justin Jefferson, Chase, right. DJ Moore. Who do you compare yourself to? Who do you
I'll probably say more of probably Jamar. We got that same frame. I get a lot of comparisons, now daily, but I'm just focused on trying to be the best Malik Nabers I can possibly be.
What are the advantages of coming from LSU with those guys? Obviously, you mentioned Jamar. You got Odell.
Right.
A pretty good line of receivers
right.
out there.
But just, watching those guys, how they compete, how they run routes, how they was able to come from, LSU, make a name for themselves in the NFL. So just hoping to follow in those guys' footsteps and do the same for myself.
Malik, along those lines, you knew from having grown up in Louisiana the big shadow of all those great receivers
right.
who have gone through LSU. Why did you not shy away from jumping into that?
Because I wanted to be great just like those guys. So, if I knew if I followed in the right footsteps, go to, home state, they was going to show me love no matter what. They was going to get me prepared for this day here.
Malik, a lot of people talk about maybe what separates you from these other great players in the draft is separation.
Right.
Or separation. What does that mean to you? And what does it feel like on the field when you can separate from a defender like that?
It's just second nature, it's just me being an athlete, me being, a dog, just going out there, always being that person that a quarterback can rely on, giving the ball to, having that, confidence in in myself and the quarterback, when the ball's in the quarterback hands, Malik's going to be open. So I'm glad I had that quarterback this year that was able to do that.
Can you feel it on the field when you're with a defender that he might be with you, but not for long?
Yeah, I have that, that little Spider-Man tactic, when I feel somebody or when I'm out there on the field, I know how close out of bounds it is. I just know how to, react to the ball, late hands, understand what a defender can be in my route. So, yeah.
What do you think you need to improve to, obviously you're great in college, have that type of success in the NFL?
I'll probably say, getting out my routes faster, using my hands a lot more, into my routes and stuff like that.
Something Brian Dable and Joe Shane both said, and even Bill Belichick when he was talking about you were saying, the thing that kind of stood out to them was your competitiveness, your toughness, and
right.
how you kind of approach that. Where do you get that from?
I believe I was born with it. I guess I picked it up more and more as I got older, but it was, I just never want to lose. When I was competing, with my cousin in the yard, we was always going against each other, but, we always never wanted to lose, so it made that sense of competition level, higher.
Malik, when we talked with you last night, you hadn't spoken to Daniel Jones. Have you talked with him since?
What'd you say? Say it loud.
Have you talked with Daniel Jones yet?
Yeah, I actually did talk to Daniel Jones. He was just like, I'm happy that you're here. We're gonna hit the ground running, and then learn. He's gonna learn about me. I'm gonna learn about him, and we're gonna get together.
I know it's very early, but what do you make of him as a quarterback?
I'll wait till I get here to see, all that. I'm just happy to be here. Great organization, here, so I'm just happy to be here.
Like, you look at the scouting report, there's not too much that people say you can't do. So
right.
How good can you be, in your opinion?
As good as I put my, preparation to. If I prepare right, I should get me ready to go out there, play some games, contribute to the team.
What are you thinking about living in New York? It's really New Jersey, but being here, playing in this market, living in New York?
I think it will be great, for my family to come out here, see a different side of the world. A great city, great lights. I heard the city never sleeps, so, it's going to be a great spot to play at.
Do you know anyone around here? Like, do you know any of the guys on the team? Like,
I knew Cordell Flott. I knew about Jalen Hyatt, Wendell Robinson, and a few of those guys, yeah.
What's the best way to maximize your skill set in an offense?
I'll probably say move me around in different positions, understand, I can play outside and inside, let me create space and just get the ball in my hands.
Malik, you obviously earned your way to this point. What does this opportunity mean to you?
It means the world, all the hard work and dedication they paid off, all the support that my family had for me, it all paved out to win. So, I'm, thanking the Lord that I finally got to, be in the position that I always wanted to be in.
Do you remember when you first thought, I want to be an NFL player, I want to be an NFL wide receiver?
Yeah, I believe I was 8 years old, and I told my mom, I wanted to play in the NFL after, seeing my little cousin, him play football, seeing all his accomplishments, all his trophies in his room. So yeah, it started at that age.
Are you a guy who sets goals for yourself from a young age? Some guys like to hang goals on the wall and focus on those kind of things. And what?
Nah, I don't set goals. I don't set long-term goals. I just put my mind to whatever I want to accomplish.
Malik, back in 2020, I think, in high school when you couldn't play that year, how difficult was that? How much did it make you miss the game? What was that experience?
It was very difficult, seeing the, how the competitiveness that I am, seeing my team go out there and sometimes lose games and I couldn't do nothing about it. All I could do was just sit there, I always wanted to help, but I couldn't. So that emotion was running through my, my adrenaline every time they played on Fridays. But, going out there and practicing and giving those guys extra looks, just being that guy on defense or that guy on offense that was able to play different positions at the time and just give those guys a look. They saw, a different kind of teammate in me, the teammate that wanted to help those guys win.
When Joe was talking last night about your competitiveness, he mentioned you had a shoulder injury that you just didn't miss any time with. Just curious, how much did that injury impact you? How much were you fighting through, and is it all good now?
Yeah, it's all good now, but how I am is if I'm able to move my arm or anything, if I'm able to move something that's hurting, and I'm out there, I'm going still 100%. I'm putting my body on the line for the team, and it's not going to change.
I know you're close with Coach Hankton, but what has he meant to your growth?
My mentor, somebody that I always can go to. He's going to push me to be the best player, best man I can be. So having that guy in my corner has been a blessing.
What's the most important lesson that you've kind of got from him?
Learning how to, be a pro athlete. Learning how to, put everything, first. The football is first. Keeping the main thing. So, him teaching me all that, it's got me through a lot.
When do you think you kind of realized that that you were able to put football first? You're
Right.
a teenager when you get there.
With him, he was just teaching me how to be a pro early. He saw something in me. He knew I was going to be here, so he wanted to push me into being a pro early. So when I got here, I was already going to be through it.
We'll take 3 more.
Malik, when you look at the guys who try to cover you this year, obviously you joked last night that Dave said he wants his try, but who would you say that you had respect for, that you're looking forward to kind of getting another shot at in the league?
I'll probably say Terran Arnold. Me and him, our level of competitiveness, even with me and him talking one-on-one, we always got that dog mentality in us, just want to be great and want to push each other to be great. So I'll probably say him. Kool-Aid McKinstry, my sophomore year, me and him was going at it. I'll probably say, I believe, Ronaldo Green also from Florida State. So, yeah.
Curious, what did you learn from going through getting the arrests? What did you learn from that experience, and how much was that something you had to talk to teams about during this process?
It's a learning experience. It's something that we all go through in life, but, I'm glad that, I'm here today talking past it.
Last one.
Malik, have you heard from any of those wide receivers, particularly from LSU?
I just got a few hours ago, was talking to Odell Beckham, talked to Jamar, talked to Terrence and Marshall, and those guys were just telling me, be the same person that I've been the whole time. Keep the main thing you playing. It just don't get, you're in the league, but just don't be too scared. You're still playing football. You're still that little kid that was playing football at the end of the day. And have fun with it. It's a fun thing to do. You're playing for, the NFL, your dream that you always wanted to do. So just keep that.
What did Odell say anything about the Giants?
No, he didn't say anything about the Giants. He was just, telling me congratulations.